That's your stage name. Where? How did you come up with that?
A friend of mine gave me that name, Andre DeShields. He's in New York, great actor living in New York. He gave me that name in 1978.
Oh, wow. Uh, Young in Harlem. How was those early days in Harlem with Miss Flossie?
I love it. Looking back at now, I grew up. I had a job when I was 14 that I loved. They started me in programs. New York was one of those places back then where everybody could get a job. You could go to school. I was going to acting classes down the Henry Street Settlement on the Lower East Side. I used to take 3 or 4 trains to get down there. The last one being the D train, and then walking over there to Delancey Street. All those great memories. On Avenue A, I had a class with Bill Duke. Then I come run back up for my job. Then I get a movie and go over to the bakery. What's that bakery? Silver Cup Bakery over there in Astoria. Those studios that Bill Cosby built up when they first did the Cosby shows. I think they're called Silver Cup Studios or something in Astoria. And Long Island University. I graduated from Long Island University, the Brooklyn Center, and I used to go to juniors across the street during my, I played chess. I had a great life in New York. And then I got 227.
I want to go back a little bit because one thing that's very interesting here is you went to New York City's High School of Music with a distinction in opera. Wow.
Yes.
I mean, you are like classically trained.
Yes, and I still, I love it, but I didn't have the discipline because you got to rest your voice. I was looking at her, what's her name, Cynthia Erivo, and she was saying she goes home and puts on her tea and her honey and her. I want to go out and party. I want to go sit in the club. I want to go yell and scream and can't do that when you have an operatic career. You've got to really hit the hay. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I couldn't do it. I did it for 8 years, and I could have been great, but I'd rather do acting. And I discovered I was funny once I got 227. I didn't intend to be funny. They just said, oh, you're funny. I never knew, but I got better once I got out here in Hollywood.
Now, I want to go back to Miss Flossie. What did you get? What did you?
Flossie's daughter.
Yes. What did you get? What did you get from her? What did she instill in you?
Sweetness, kindness, how to be alone and have a career, because having a career is not for everybody. Some people want it, but once it comes, they don't know how to accept it. And she said, some days you're just going to have to sit and think. Don't make a decision quick. Just sit and think. And don't be afraid to be and by alone, I mean, when you have to make a decision about moving out here to Hollywood. I could have said no, and some people do say no. But I knew I wanted it. And when I left, she said, be careful out there in the wilds of Hollywood. And she was right. But kindness and sweetness, and I got great legs from her.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's rich. 1983, you get your television debut opposite the voice himself, Morgan Freeman, in Another World. How did you land that gig?
I went as a day player. My agent got me 2 lines on Another World out there in Brooklyn. That's why I said the Astoria Studios before they got renovated. And I had 2 lines. It was, who is it? Oh, it's you. And I did it so big. Who is it? They kept giving me more. They gave me 10 lines, and they gave me 25. Then they gave me a contract. I mean, it happened so quick. It happened within 2 months.
Wow.
And I couldn't believe it, yes. And then I met Morgan Freeman, Joe Morton, Petronia Paley. They were already, Michelle Shea. They had the biggest African-American storyline back then. And I played a prostitute named Lily Mason. And that's how I used to say my name, Lily Mason. And I didn't know. I was just trying to, be good and get another job, which I did. I got a movie with Robin Williams, and I got a play. New York is like that, though. You meet people, and they take you. They just, you become in a swirl. And I got lucky. But hustle, and I know people still hustle like that. Lin-Manuel Miranda was talking about how he goes from thing to thing to thing, and you meet such interesting people in New York. But you got to be ready for it. You really do. You can't just do it. You got to be ready.
I mean, you did a lot of acting on the stage before television. How did that lay a foundation for your career?
Well, I know how to study. I know how, like I said, be alone, do the work, because some people, they just want the stardom or whatever on their social media, but you got to put the work in to sustain yourself, because some days it's not happening. You know, some days you're not feeling bright and witty and warm and wonderful, but if you have technique, you can do it. You can have your PowerPoints, and now that they got AI, you can get your prompts to get you going. You know, you don't have to always be on, that's what I'm trying to say. Because some days we ain't bubbly, you know. But you can still make people see and understand and feel. Everything's not a great performance, but good is good enough sometimes. Oh, that was heavy. Yeah, good is good enough.
Now, if you had a piece of advice to young Jackée as she's going into this world, what piece of advice would you give her?
Enjoy it. You're not as great as you think you are in terms of people. Everybody don't like you. That's one lesson I had to learn. Why don't they like me? I'm nice. It don't matter. Sometimes some people just don't like you, or they got their own problems. You know, I've learned how to have empathy. They're not into what you're talking about. So forget them and keep going. Although there's sometimes you meet an icon or somebody you really think can help you, and you walk up to them and they're a crab. So you get shade. But just know thyself, and, you know, and be honest with yourself, as honest as you can be. Good is good enough. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be witty. But you definitely got to have confidence. So, and that's what I had. I don't know where I got it from, but I've always had confidence.
And that dish shined loud and bright in Sandra Clark. How did you land a role to 227, and how, you know, can you slightly explain that experience for you?
Oh no, it just came little by little. I just got the job, and they wrote the lines, and I just take them home and try to find the funny. I still do that. If you write me a part, I'll find the funny in it. Then they'll come on and they give you more and more and more, you know. And it's just a process. And the people you work with are the ones that make you great. I work with Marla Gibbs and Della Reese. They made my timing better. My timing was good, but it got excellent working with them. Red Fox, you know. Other people you meet in life, it really makes you just better. You start sparkling.
How important is it? I mean, especially working with the youth, you know, how important is it to be open to suggestions and to learning new things consistently?
Yes, and they won't let me go. Like Tia and Tamara, the twins. I was just with them. They wanted me to roller skate. Now, I ain't that crazy, but I don't mind watching them. But they've got me into AI. They're the ones who got me doing that. Try this, Jackée. Come on, try this. So that keeps you in the know. That's what I like. It keeps you interested, you know, which is what I wanted to do. Just stay interested and not become, you know, blah. And too, you know, laissez-faire. Don't just leave things alone. You know, because I think I can help somebody. I don't know when, but I know it's coming.
What about Sandra Clark just, you know, have everyone in America in love with that character? I mean, including me, I'll be honest.
You poor you. Well, I don't know. I've left her in my rear view, to be honest with you, because I can't keep up either. I'm trying. I don't do sexy as much as I used to do. Now I just do, what's the word? Sensitive. I'm doing sensitive.
Okay. So, you became the first African American to win an Emmy Award for Outstanding Supportive Actress in a comedy series. Out of all your awards that you received, which one is your favorite or, you know, profound in your life?
I guess Emmy, yes, because being the first. But if I hide it, I don't really get to my head because, you know, I don't want my ego to take over. Because it did. Back in the 80s, I definitely had a big head. Ooh, making money and being famous and getting everything you want, it can change you. So that was an important one. But what's important now is me helping young people. That's the most important thing in my life right now.
And what efforts do you have?
I don't just mean, you know, little ones. I mean like 20s, 30s, like that. I ain't doing all the kindergartners. No, no little kids.
Helping the young adults. I mean, from your experience, I mean, you can be there and give them insight on, not getting a big head, right?
Yes, yes. Without, beating them over the head. I used to beat people over the head to try to learn. Now I just do it by suggestion and by image. I try to be a role model. I hate that word, but hey, if the shoe fits.
You went on from 227 and you were in Sister, got an NAACP Image Award 2 years in a row. I mean, you've have a long Hollywood career. What is the secret sauce?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe just being present, being available and right timing and the right people. But I haven't been able to pinpoint it myself. I just wonder too. That's a good question. But I think right time, right place, luck, and study. I study. I know my stuff.
You sound like a person that harps on being prepared. Is that one message you would give any person following in your footsteps?
Yeah, it sounds boring. Show up and know your lines. For sure. Because a lot of people just show up and then they get flustered. I've seen them do it on the set, and they try to get too comfortable. And listen and learn, absorb. That's how you really learn. Sit in the corner sometimes and be quiet and watch and listen and learn. And then when they call on you, you're ready. You know the answers. Or you know how to fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you
make it. Like that. Yeah.
So,
and I still do that. But I direct also. Now my last goal is to produce, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
I hope so.
There's still time.
Maybe.
Make or Bake Christmas Sunday. How did this come about, and what was your experience on set?
Oh, well, working with the great Vivica Fox. She plays the protagonist. She's trying to take over my bakery. I'm Denise Sugarbaker, and she says an undercover spy. But I'm all full of cookies and love and light and warmth. So she doesn't get the best of me. But it's about people falling in love and feeling great during the holidays. So, so you don't have so much on your shoulders, because holidays can be stressful too, especially Thanksgiving. People sleep Thanksgiving. But you have to meet all the relatives you've been ducking all year. And especially when you have success, you have to let everybody share in it because they want to. They feel good for you. And then you got a couple of people who, haters, they call them. But it's making people feel good is the key to holidays.
It's a holiday Lifetime movie. These movies seem, really, really simple and sweet and easy to digest. Why is that? Why it makes it so good during the holidays to take in something like Make or Bake Christmas?
Yes, especially when you do it with, like I said, Vivica Fox, and you do it with Lifetime, and they give you everything you need. The sets, the beautiful sets, and beautiful people. It inspires you because you go there just to work. Actors, we go to work. But when you get with people like-minded, it makes it stronger. It makes it intense. That's why I said my next project, I would love to do something with an action thriller with Ben Affleck or something. Matt Damon. I would love to be M, like Judi Dench and James Bond, something like that. It just makes you want to do more. Christmas movies make you want to do more.
We're getting to the end of our delightful conversation. What message do you have to the young people aspiring out there that want to follow in your footsteps?
Study, learn, listen. Don't be afraid. Seek advice if you can get it, but don't be a nuisance. But take classes, and learn to get rid of I want to say shyness. Some people I call it being scared. But you got to get rid of that. You got to shake that off to discover your greatness. And everybody doesn't have to be warm and witty and fabulous. Like I said, good is good enough. But study. Study, study, study. Because then something will pop up. That's what it did for me. I had 5 different characters ready to go for Sandra, and they chose one. So have multiple things ready. Don't just go in there with one thought. unless you're a chemist. Then you can do what you want.
Well, personally, I want to thank you for everything that you've done and all the characters you played and brought to life. And I've enjoyed and followed your career since I was a teenager. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. I appreciate it.